After a court decision, Savannah Chrisley is sobbing and feels like she's one step closer to getting mom and dad home. Todd and Julie Chrisley are doing better. Regarding the couple's ongoing appeal for their fraud case, their daughter Savannah Chrisley shared some huge news on Instagram on Monday. "I'm going crazy. We are celebrating Thanksgiving a little differently this year, as you are aware, because I wasn't going to pretend." In the tearful video, which was set to cease Winans Goodness of God, Savannah, 26, declared, "I wasn't going to do the traditional Thanksgiving we're always used to. But the appeals court has accepted our oral arguments, according to a call I received this morning. Thus, I was crying uncontrollably." The host of the Unlocked podcast said, "We're one step closer to getting mom and dad home," in a choked-up voice. "The children are frightened. I'm going crazy. I had to give Chloe an explanation," she went on. "It's just amazing." The Chrisley Knows Best alum then disclosed that oral arguments are scheduled to start during the week of March 25, 2024. Just roughly 6% of cases that are submitted for oral arguments are chosen to proceed. "Thus, this is very exciting news," she said. "We get to go and argue why mom and dad should be home," she said. "God is good, then. Win on Thanksgiving." Savannah emphasized that an oral argument in an appellate court represents a critical moment in every case in the caption for the video. The panel may have already made up its mind after reading the written briefs. Thus, the oral argument presents a chance for you to strengthen the panel's decision in your favor or possibly your last chance to win your case. After being found guilty of fraud, Todd, 54, and Julie, 50, reported to prison in January. Despite receiving a combined sentence of 19 years at first, both of their sentences have been shortened. The long-term couple, who tied the knot in 1996, announced in December 2022, almost a month after receiving their sentence, that they would be filing an appeal. Jay Surgeon of Weiner Law Group LLP was hired by the family this year, and he told People in late July that they did our final filings earlier that month. The 11th Circuit Court of Appeals can reverse the district court, or they could remand the case back for hearings that should have been held that were not held during the course of this trial, Surgeon had previously clarified. "We made a strong case that they were essentially denied a fair hearing and that their constitutional rights had been violated. Actually, it's all black and white." While Todd and Julie are incarcerated, Savannah, who is currently raising her younger siblings Grayson, 17, and Chloe, 10, has taken up prison reform activism in addition to her ongoing efforts to bring her parents back to their family. "This has been quite the journey," she told People in October of last year. "I like to think that I didn't understand the system. I'm not claiming to be the most informed person about that while I sit here. Thus, instead of letting my hurt consume me, I've taken it and am attempting to channel it into something constructive." Savannah went on, "I see suffering every single day, suffering men and women, suffering families. And regrettably, because we can always find someone new, we live in a society where people are discarded so quickly. That bothers me so much because these men and women also need someone to stand up for them. Furthermore, people ought to give it more thought because there is no justification for how they are treated."